Hafiday, I'm Uni Caballero from the Pacific Daily News, and here are our top stories from the PDN newsroom.
A 48-year-old woman died at a hospital hours after she was hit by a pickup truck in Chalan Pago, Guam Police Department spokeswoman Officer Berlin Savella said. The woman was identified as Alicia Cruz of Mangilao. On Tuesday, shortly after midnight, officers with the Central Precinct responded to a traffic crash involving a pedestrian along Route 4 in Chalan Pago by Chalan Inda, Savella said. The driver of the pickup truck was headed northbound on Route 4 near Chalan Inda in the outer lane when a female pedestrian was in the middle of the outer lane. Despite the driver's attempt to take evasive action, a collision occurred, she said. In other news, the government's condemnation of 42 acres of land in Mangilao for a new medical complex drew more criticisms of plans to move the Guam Memorial Hospital out of Tamuning. The Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority Board on Tuesday voted to condemn the Mangilao lands, and the taking will now proceed before local courts. GHURA officials touted the benefits of the Mangilao site and the need to quickly open a hospital, but members of the medical community and the legislature were critical about the move. Guam Medical Association Executive Director Pram Sullivan and Dr. Hoa Nguyen appeared at the Tuesday GHURA meeting to oppose the land condemnations. The supermajority of medical specialists, the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority Medical Executive Committee, and others have already expressed their opposition to building a hospital in Mangilao, Sullivan said. Senator Chris Barnett issued a statement Tuesday morning urging the governor not to take the land of residents. And finally, as Thanksgiving approaches, many in Guam's community are still recovering from a slow economic rebuild, especially those living below the poverty line. So Quality Distributors continues with its annual holiday donation of turkeys, rice, and other food items to Salvation Army for the holidays. Salvation Army in turn used these donations to help feed those who are in need, making sure they too could have a Thanksgiving meal. Continuing a 2-decade-long tradition with the Salvation Army, Quality Distributors, through Ed Lai, Vice President of Sales and Marketing, presented the company's annual holiday donation on Tuesday. This year's donation includes 10,000 pounds of rice, 5,000 cans of various food items, and turkeys to help with the Thanksgiving feast. The total value of the donation comes to about $36,000. The government of Guam will condemn 42 acres of land in Mangilao for use as a new hospital and medical complex site after the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority Board of Commissioners on Tuesday voted to approve the use of eminent domain to take the properties. GHURA's vote comes amidst opposition to the site selection and land condemnation, while the owners of the impacted properties believe the process was rushed. GHURA commissioners voted without opposition to condemn the land, consisting of 7 parcels despite requests from landowners to be given more time to negotiate a sale. Despite earlier reports, GHURA Deputy Director Fernando Estevez clarified that the land area totaled 42 acres. Both landowners, veteran Dr. Joel Joseph and construction company of Hong Yi Chan Inc., told the commission that they felt GovGuam was rushing to condemn their property. In other news, recently promoted Officer 2 Adrian Areola, adorned with a fresh lei of purple flowers, encouraged those interested in law enforcement to join the Guam Police Department, which he said is one of the best jobs in the world. His father, Lieutenant Anthony Areola, who has 3 decades worth of service, encouraged those interested in law enforcement to join because GPD is always looking for new recruits. We need you. The lieutenant beamed as he watched his son move up the ranks of the force on Tuesday at Hilton Guam Resort and Spa. He likened his son's promotion to the day he joined his father among the ranks of GPD almost 5 years ago. Many other families celebrated milestone moments as 37 police officers received their Police Officer 2 certificates on Tuesday, following their promotions in October. And finally, it could be a windy Thanksgiving, and trade winds will keep the seas choppy for days. If planning outdoor activities for Thanksgiving, ensure tents and canopies are well anchored and secured for any stronger wind gusts, according to the National Weather Service in its weekly regional weather outlook released on Tuesday. According to the NWS Weather Forecast Office, Guam easterly trade winds continue to dominate the region, with a series of westward moving surface troughs focusing showers, thunderstorms, and gustier winds. For the Marianas, currently there is a high risk of rip currents along the east-facing shores and a small craft advisory in effect. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.